Hello. Okay, we'll be taking a class today, still on Montessori system, and we'll be introducing the children to numbers by tens. When I say tens, I mean 10, 20, 30, all the way to 90. Our first class, if you remember, was on introduction to the unit numbers 1 to 9. The second lesson was on introduction to numbers 11 to 19. Now we're progressing from 10 to 90. So that's how the Montessori curriculum goes. Remember, I said I run a hybrid process. I've tested them and I've seen it works. Why I like the Montessori system is that it shows the child how these numbers are formed in quantity and in symbols. So as we get along, you get to understand why this method is so precious. The conventional method of teaching these numbers is the rote learning method, where you write on the board, the children read aloud, they sing rhymes. But this is a hybrid where we actually practice and work with materials. And for each activity I have given on this table, it's expected that your children should be given opportunity to practice it. A typical Montessori. Okay, so anyway, let's just introduce our materials. So for this exercise, you need your sequin board B. The other sequin board I showed to you was sequin board A. It had just tens all over, but now we have 1, 2, 5, and 9, and 6 all the way to 9. So this is sequin board B. Sequin board B has its own card numbers. Remember, these are materials I created at home. The real sequin board is made out of wood. The same concept. You slide in numbers, but I created this at home, and I'm trying to make this convenient for you as a teacher, so you don't have to spend so much to develop or use materials. And it would be nice if you had this in class, so after this the children can practice with it. So for this particular exercise, I would not be needing this card, so I'll just put it aside till I need them for the subsequent lesson. You need your 10-bead bars. Now you need 45 pieces of a 10-bead bar. But now if you do not have a 10-bead bar, then you could create this. A picture of the 10-bead bar, laminated and cut out. I did this at home myself. So, like my previous lessons, I always show you how it's done on the table so a child can practice on his own, or if you're teaching just one child. And I also have my board and my markers, so in case you have a larger class. When I talk of a larger class, I'm talking of older children, but for the much younger ones, I prefer you use this setting of just maybe 5, 2 to 5, or even 1, 2 to 5 children. But where you have a larger class and you would like to inculcate this in your lessons so it sticks, I will also show you what you can do about that. So let's start. So I have an imaginary child. So today we'll be learning about the names of the quantities for 10 to 90, and we'll also be learning about their symbols. So this is our 10-bead bar card. I'll put this away since I'm not using this. And this is our sequin board B. So I'm not using this right now, so I can turn it over and just keep it aside till I have need for it. Okay, so what number is this? This is 10. I have already introduced this to the child before. If I have a 10 and I add another 10 to it, that means we have 2 tens, isn't that? 2 tens. Now 2 tens make a 20. I'd like us to count and let's see if that's correct. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Going over, after 10 we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. The number after 19 is 20. So which means 2 tens is 20. If I had 3 tens. One ten, 2 tens, 3 tens. The name given to 3 tens is 30. I wouldn't want us to go around counting, but just as we were able to establish that this 2 tens is 20, 3 tens is 30. Can I hear you say 30? 30. So 3 tens is 30. Remember the 3-period lesson, you just show the child what you intend to teach the child. That's not a practice, it's actually a lesson, a teaching lesson. So the practice is actually where we'll use the sequin board. So I conduct a 3-period lesson on each of them. This is 10, this is 10, this is 10. This is 20, this is 20, this is 20. This is 30, this is 30, this is 30. Now, can you please show me the number 10? The child points. Can you name it? This is 10. Can you show me the number 20? Point and name it. This is 20. Can you show me the number 30? This is 30. Please name it. 30. And as usual, our 3-period lesson, we mix it up. Can you please point and name number 20? This is 20. Can you point and name number 30? This is 30. Can you point and name number 10? This is 10. And we mix it up again. Now, can you name and point number 10? This is 10. Can you name and point number 30? This is 30. Can you point and name number 20? This is 20. What number is this? This is 10. What number is this? The child responds, this is 20. What number is this? This is 30. So now we have identified the quantities for number 10, number 20, number 30. With these beads, we'll be able to establish more numbers. But for now, we'll stop here and we'll be learning the names and the quantities of other numbers. Now, I would like to show you the symbols for these numbers. So we move to the next phase of the lesson where we need the sequin board. And I conduct a 3-period lesson before I combine the quantity and the symbol. So I just put this away for now. This is the symbol for 10. It has a 1 and a 0, which makes it 10. This is the symbol for 20, as a 2 and a 0, which makes it 20. This is the symbol for 30. It has a 3 and a 0 behind, which makes it 30. So this is 10, this is 10, this is 10. This is 20, this is 20, this is 20. This is 30, this is 30, this is 30. Now, since the sequin board has it fixed and it cannot be moved up or down or interchanged, we conduct our show me just as it is, but I just mix up the numbers and I say, can you show me, point and name the number 10? The child says, this is number 10. Can you point and name number 20? This is 20. Can you point and name number 30? This is 30. Can you point and name number 20? This is 20. This is the second phase. Can you point and name number 10? This is 10. Can you point and name number 30? This is number 30. Third phase. Can you point and name number 10? This is number 10. Can you point and name number 30? This is 30. Can you point and name number 20? This is 20. And you conclude that part. So we've learned the names of the symbols for the numbers 10, 20, 30. Oh, sorry, I forgot. What is this? I'm so sorry. So what is this? The child responds, this is number 10. What is this? This is number 20. What is this? This is number 30, before you wrap it up. So let's go to the combination. So can you remember what quantity this represents? The child responds 10. Even if the child gets it wrong, you could start the lesson all over again to make him or her understand that this is 10. And it asks the child, can you identify the symbol for number 10 on the second board and attach the quantity to the symbol? And the child carries out that exercise. Can you remember what quantity this is? And the child responds 20. Okay, can you identify the symbol for number 20 on the second board and match this quantity to it? And the child does so. Can you identify what quantity this is? And the child says 30. Can you identify the number 30 on the second board and match the quantity to the symbol? And the child does so. And so on and so forth. So you keep doing this for all the numbers. You keep going to 40, 50, 60. That's after you've introduced the quantity, the symbol, then bring them back together. I just did only 1 to 30 because of time, but you would actually do from 10 all the way to 90. So for this exercise, I said you needed 45 of this because you have 1, you have 2, you have 3, you place 4, you place 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to represent it all. So this way you have introduced it to the child, and this becomes his practice exercise, which he can do on his own work, in his own workspace. So now let's go over to those who would have a large class and your school runs a normal system. That's the conventional system of teaching numbers. And you want to introduce these numbers to the children, and you also want to inculcate the Montessori method. So for this we will be requiring a board. I'll just lift the board up so you can see it better. Okay, so for this lesson, of course, okay, so the teacher comes to the board and draws her symbol. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you tell the children, this is a 10-beat bar. I've drawn a picture of the 10-beat bar. And before now, I'm sure you would have introduced the 10-beat bar to the children so they can relate it to this. Since you're teaching an entire class, it would be nice you had this so they could feel it, touch it, count it, play with it, and they understand this is a 10-beat bar representing the quantity 10. So now, to introduce from 10 to 90. And you ask the class to identify this, and they say this is a 10-beat bar. If I had 2 10-beat bars, this makes it 2 10s. And 2 10s will give us a number called 20. So when you have 2 10s, it's actually the number called 20. Where we have 3 10s, will give you a number called 30. We conduct a 3-period lesson. This is 10, this is 10, this is This is 20, this is 20, this is 20. This is 30, this is 30, this is 30. Can somebody show me which of these is the number 20? And you call up a child and the child comes and says, this is 20. Can somebody else show me the number 30? Somebody else comes up, this is 30. Can somebody show me the number 10? This is the number 10. Good. You could do that again and again till nearly everyone in the class has a go and everybody understands this is 10, 20, 30. And you go ahead. What is this? And you respond, this is 10. What is this? This is 20. What is this? This is 30. So we've learned the quantities for 10, 20, 30. Now I'd like to show you the symbols for each of these quantities. The number 10 is written as 1 and a 0 after it. The number 20 is written as number 2 and a 0 after it. And the number 30 is written as 3 and a 0 after it. If you take note, you see that each of them has a 0 behind it. So it's no longer just 1, it's now 10. It's no longer just 2, it's now 20. It's no longer 3, it's now 30. That means when you see a number with a 0 behind, it's no longer its normal name. Its name has changed to 10, 20, and 30. So you can go ahead and wipe this off because you've connected your known to the unknown and you conduct a 3-period lesson. This is 10, this is 10, this is 10, this is 20, this is 20, this is 20, this is 30, this is 30, this is 30. And you go on to, can somebody come up to show me number 10, number 20, number 30? You do that till everybody has a go and understand that this is 10, 20, 30. Then, what number is this? 10. What number is this? 20. What number is this? 30. Now, to the combination. You could leave it this way and call up a child and say, can somebody come up and draw the quantity for number 10? And children love this. So they come up and they do their stroke and they make their drawing of the number quantity. You call someone else up, can you come show us the quantity for number 20? And they do so. Can you come show us the quantity for number 30? And they also do so. I tell you, they would love this. Another way you could also do the combination is actually asking them, after writing the numbers, you could ask them to write these numbers in their books and draw the quantity beside it. That's good enough for the practice. And you'll be sure that they count their beads while they draw them in their books. So you'll be sure it's actually 10 beads on each bar. So I hope I've been able to help out with combining Montessori system with the conventional system of introducing numbers 10 to 90. Thank you.